Hi, Martin here, and welcome back to this video series about how to make money on Facebook. Today, we will talk about how to make money on Facebook using Facebook Messenger. A lot of my income from selling courses, from selling software, actually stems from selling a lot of my income from selling my courses. All of my income is basically built on free traffic. A lot of the money that I've made came from using Facebook Messenger. Here you see some screenshots that I will not go over, but I've essentially built 2 six-figure businesses using free traffic sources. It's not only Facebook Messenger. This video is available on YouTube and as part of my free traffic cash machine, but I've used this to sell my own courses and to sell other products and software as an affiliate here, like Katra, and some of my clients using this to sell their coaching programs, to sell services, things like this to fill their challenges. So Facebook Messenger works really well in certain niches if you have the right product or service to sell. So for example, here Kevin Stride uses this to sell his Groove agency website building services, his courses on how to use the Groove platform, and he's made over $200,000 with this. Other people are using this to sell services as well, high ticket services. And I think using Facebook Messenger works extremely well if you're selling anything like above $3,000, where you really need the personal touch attached to this, so people know that there's a real business behind this, a real person behind this, someone where they can ask questions, get clarifications. So this works really best in these niches, for example, for agencies, owners, coaches, consultants, course creators, network marketers, affiliate marketers, sales professionals, sometimes for SaaS companies, for anyone who's running a Facebook group, fitness professionals, and you can read the rest of this on the slide here. And all of this was inspired to me by Franco Urbanes. I saw a video of him being interviewed by Rich Sheffrin, and he got a 96% conversion rate for an $18,000 offer. So I dug deeper, and which led me to create the Ads Made Free framework and everything. So why does this work? It all really stems from the notion that quality is much more important than quality. So you need to find the right people with money and charge what you're worth. And then if you structure the whole process, then you can achieve like these amazing results that Franco did with his incredible case study. For this, it's important to note, and here's something that I've learned from Perry Marshall, is that some people are just willing to pay more for things than others. So here's a great example that he used a while back before COVID actually hit. He told the story that he bought green tea in China. Usually a cup of green tea costs about 25 cents. That's the price of a typical street vendor. But if you're placed in the right place in the forbidden city in Beijing, called with tourists, a cup of green tea costs $4. And it's costs 16 times as much while it's still the same product. And more real world example was when I interviewed Milan Mia here, who sold also Groove design services back in the day, and he sold these packages for $15,000, $10,000, all using Facebook Messenger, while his competition on Fiverr paid or charges anything between $5 and $80 for similar services, essentially. So my question to you is, how can you take advantage of this? How does the process behind this, making money with using Facebook Messenger, actually work? So a while ago in 2019, I hosted a huge virtual summit for marketing. I created this as a charity project. We were able to donate $3,600 to an organization called Pencils of Promise. And there I asked, essentially after failing with my first company, which strategy works best in online marketing. And what I found out is basically that all rags to riches stories, all stories where somebody somebody went from nothing to making $10,000 per month and more usually happened on Facebook, and most of the time happened on Facebook using some kind of Facebook Messenger framework along the way. Just Gonzalo, who's an expert in Kartra, selling his services, or Jonathan Finley, also starting an agency back then without even having an own funnel. He sold funnel building services. Other people selling affiliate products, growing Facebook groups, or being an affiliate here, like Doug Borton, who sold ClickFunnels, for example, very successfully and does this to this day. So I had an outlier experience where I shared the software that I used to build this virtual summit. Remember, this was pre-COVID, so it was not as common. Zoom was not this gigantic company back then. It was more like niche and only known to online marketers. But essentially, while having this short discussion, I showed him the software, and then he thanked me for it. And then when I looked back into my account a couple of days or years later, 2 years later, I saw that this simple conversation netted me over $2,000, which equals a $4,000 hourly rate. Obviously, this is the best case example, and in this video, I just want to talk about what it really looks to build a solid business around this business model, because obviously not every case is like this, but I've used this to successfully build 2 six-figure businesses using just free traffic. And in the end, I noticed, and this is feedback that I got from somebody who told me, I have been trying to make money online for a very long time, but nothing is working. So I joined different programs, but like this person could not get any leads. And a lot of people who try to build an online business using Facebook Messenger or using Facebook, using any kind of marketing strategy, really struggle with getting leads. So it's not just about funnels and software and everything. It's really about getting paying customers. And then I shared this with this person, and then she joined my program, was really excited to share this with others because this really works. Because I've built this program on the notion that I expect that, I think just like me, you probably do not have $50,000 to just test paid advertising campaigns on Facebook or something like this. Most people watching this video series, most people watching my YouTube channel or getting the free traffic cash machine, what they actually need is getting some cash in the door, making money. And in this video, we talk about how to do this using the Facebook Messenger. Using Facebook Messenger is actually really simple. Like here is a funnel that I used to sell GrooveFunnels as an affiliate, to sell my course as an affiliate, to sell other products. And while I also created another video about how to do this with Facebook groups, it's really about just finding people who actually have a need for what you're selling. So here in this example, which is from my masterclass about using Facebook Messenger and how to automate the process and scale it with AI, and you will find the link somewhere in this video. I used this example of somebody saying, hey, Kartra is great, but the landing pages were too slow. And then I sent him this message and made over $500 in affiliate commissions back then. And then I had a whole system about this, like keeping track of these conversations manually in some kind of spreadsheet, just trying to mimic what I've learned here from Franco, who built a software around this. And then I built another software around this, which is what I'm selling right now. But the cold hard truth is about free Facebook marketing via Messenger or any type of free organic marketing is that it's a numbers game. And that's also the reason why paid advertising works so well, because Facebook knows where to show your ads and doing the targeting for you, essentially using AI. But organic marketing requires a little bit more personal approach and really requires you to know what you're doing. And essentially you will need to do do the targeting, at least to some degree as well. But then we are also using software and tools to really speed up the process to make it much more efficient, and essentially using Facebook Messenger and using it to build a more scalable business. And Messenger Pro is a software that I'm selling, which allows you to do automated outreach, helps you to organize your leads, and also helps you to take advantage of engagement, getting more engagement. So you can use this software to reach your dream clients on Facebook. You can create and organize client pipelines with canned messages, labels, notes, just like you could do in your favorite customer relationship management software. And then it allows you to engage with your true friends who comment or react on your content. Maybe they want to get some kind of lead magnet or free software like I'm offering with the free traffic cache machine. And then you can create campaigns to move clients through the whole pipeline that you set up, which leads from building know and trust you to a sale that they actually join your program. And important to note is that copy and paste does not work. If you're just copy and pasting, spamming people, essentially your Facebook account will get blocked. Facebook noticed this. So this makes the numbers game really hard to pull off and really tiring if you try to do this manually. And the truth is, if you're sending a lot of messages on Facebook manually, many people will never respond. It's just the way it is, and this is why we want to use automation in the right places while still keeping the human touch with this approach. And this is how messenger marketing essentially works. It's important to note that Facebook Messenger is not built for marketing, and this is something that we also have to keep in mind. And when you do manual tracking, it's often a mess, and this was something that I've noticed when I tried to sell GrooveFunnels in 2020 using this method. And this is why people like Franco created expensive software like this here, for example, an Messenger competitor with all of the features that you would get from Messenger. It would cost you $250 per month, but people happily pay this much because the process actually works. Here, there's even other software who are able to sell this along with coaching and a few other benefits for up to $1,000 per month. And this is essentially just some screenshots from some of my competitors. But I've partnered with a developer who shared my vision of creating a software that is not out of reach for the average person. So it's much more in line with what I did with Find Focus back in the day, before I noticed this was not the right approach for me. But I still like to offer software and solutions that are affordable for everyone who's starting out, but they can also use by expert, just like Elaine Collier, who's my favorite case study, a mind mapping expert. He used the software to make $90,000, 70,000 pounds just a couple of weeks after becoming a client to my paid program. I explained everything in much more detail, going through the process in much more detail. So with Messenger Pro, we wanted to create something that's better and more affordable than anything else on the market. And this is the software that my friend Tuan, who introduced me to the software, used to launch his offer to build $1 million Facebook group. Milon Mia used this, and Tuan started out with me, just like me, as a Groove affiliate, and now he's built his $1 million Facebook group. And he told me that he made at least $200,000 in sales, in revenue, by using Messenger, and has probably made over multiple six figures using this tool. So I hope you see how powerful it is. And he essentially used these frameworks, used this software, used this approach to sell over $1 million in coaching and programs organically, which is pretty amazing. And I had the same experience. I used free Facebook marketing via Messenger to get sales organically. In this case, it was for selling Groove in the beginning. And the thing is, when you start messaging people, they will check out your profile, and this is typically called a profile funnel. So I call this method of marketing 100% free Facebook ads. It's more a marketing angle. It's still about organic marketing. But when we message a lot of people, we are Facebook Messenger. A lot of people will check our website and then they will see a link somewhere or call to action to click onto our website, for example, to get something like my free traffic cash machine, which is the whole how to make money on Facebook video series, along with the special software that I will not talk about this, but you get a free software if you sign up for this program that helps you to build, that provides an entry point into Facebook marketing automation. It allows you to it can be set up in less than 10 minutes and then runs on 100% autopilot using a very specific workflow that I have developed. You will find the link somewhere below this video, but let's focus on the iMessenger software right now here, because even if many people do not respond after you messaged them, they will see essentially your free Facebook ad, otherwise referred as a profile funnel, and then they click on your link and then some of them will end up in your email list. So again, as I said, this is called a free Facebook ad, and then if they click from here to an opt-in page just like this, and then I ask like where can I send the video and the free software, I'm updating this. So if you're clicking somewhere on the link below this video to get the free traffic cash machine, you will see it will look a little bit different. I'm constantly tweaking, updating this also for my affiliates to make sure that the onboarding process is as smooth as possible, and I'm able to provide a lot of value in these videos and throughout the email campaign that follows, not using any like super sophisticated upsell processes or whatever. Like Facebook marketing typically works best if you're transparent, if you're authentic, if you are just a genuine person, and if you have something that actually helps other people. And this is why I stress so much that you really want to have a product that can help other people. But back in the day, I used this really to engage with people. Like typically when I post something like this on my personal profile in a Facebook group, after priming this a little bit, I will not go into detail about this in this video, but essentially if you have a proven process that I teach inside the Ads Made Free Accelerator, you will be guaranteed to get a lot of engagement on your posts, and then you can use the Messenger software to reach out to people. And this is essentially what I just shared. In 2020, I sold an online course charging $600 essentially for teaching this process, and people were grateful because they made their money back in no time, because all they needed was essentially to sell GrooveFunnels one time to make back the commission for the program back then. And then obviously one of the biggest benefits of using free Facebook marketing via Messenger is that you have no ad spend and you got to keep 100% of the money that you are making with this. So one of the things that I see, a lot of things that people do not consider when they're buying an online course or trying to think about which marketing strategy to add to their business or to their coaching business or something like this, is that they are very risk averse, and a lot of course sellers and online marketing programs do not mention this. And with this strategy of using just free Facebook marketing via Messenger, you got to keep all of your profits, and there's literally a zero risk attached to this. And here, for example, is one process that I've used, and then you see I got a lot of engagement, and then I messaged afterwards. After I've posted this, I used this to send automated friend requests using the Messenger software tool, and then you can typically send something between 10 and to 30 if you're really optimized and getting a lot of replies and your targeting is completely on point. You can send up to 50 messages per day, adding 50 new friends per day. And then again, it's a numbers game, and if you're messaging the right people, they appreciate you reaching out. then you get a lot of replies and essentially get a lot of leads who already know and trust you, especially if you're also sending valuable emails just like I do. If you're doing this manually, if you're trying to message 10, 20, 30 people per day, what you will notice is a lot of this is a waste of time because most people do not respond. And one other thing that I really want to mention, and this is the elephant in the room, so to speak, if you're doing this wrong, this might be considered as spamming. We want to only message people that indicate where we assume, where we have a solid assumption that they actually want to hear from us because they need our product or service, or in one way they have indicated that they might need our product or service. When you're doing this genuinely, it's not spamming people, because essentially here I send this message out to people on autopilot, and then they say something, hey, I'm not interested. They say thank you for considering this, and then I say thank you, thanks for getting back to me, and that's the end of the conversation. They will never hear back from me unless they will essentially, I will never mention, I will never reach out to them again. And then it's always like here you see this little heart button here, and or people will essentially say not interested, and then that's 100% okay. And sometimes you do not even know who you are reaching out to. For example, I made friends here with Niklas. You find our interview here on the YouTube channel or on my YouTube channel. And we talked about like GrooveFunnels and what's coming to the platform and everything. And most people just do not mind if you message them, if you have a solid reason to message them, and then they say something like, hey, thank you for connecting with me, appreciate the offer, but it's no from me. And then that's 100% fine, no harm done. It's only when you're trying to pitch people, and this is essentially not what we're doing at all using Facebook Messenger. We're typically trying to generate some interest with the right hook on our profile banner, but then it's really up to people to decide, hey, do I want to get to know this person a little bit more? That's the way it works. And then it's, if people indicate that they want to hear from us, we just follow up and act like a real human here. And then here people say something like, appreciate the friend request and the connection. And then I followed up, and then somebody said, oh, no, I'm not interested anymore. And then it's just, again, like no harm done. People will just, we just move on. And again, it's a numbers game. Oftentimes this works, but this is essentially happened when I really started to send automated friend requests. I really optimized the process. I got a lot of people onto my email list where I continue here the conversation by sending emails, by sending people to a video like this, letting them know how the strategy works, inviting them to a no pressure master on-demand video where I explain essentially also how this strategy works. And so I'm building my email list with people who already know and trust me, who can ask me questions. I will get back to them in Messenger, or they join my Facebook group, and then we are building the conversation from there. And then they can decide on their own, hey, do I want to continue learning from Martin? Am I interested in his software? Maybe I will start a trial or join one of Martin's programs, join his Facebook group, learn more. And some of these people over time decide to join my Ads Made Free Accelerator program. And then sometimes this happens as well. I message people and then they asking like, hey, are you actually using our Messenger? And then I said yes, and then like they shared some great feedback that they love the software as well and the team behind this and everything, which is quite amazing. I used the tool in different scenarios just to create different use cases of seeing like how it would work. For example, using Facebook Messenger to invite people to my webinar in my, at the time, that Facebook group. I used this And to activate the Ads Made Free Facebook Mastermind group, again, here you can see some statistics of how this works, or when I started to use the software to send personal reminders for coaching sessions to people who really appreciated that I invited them personally, reminded them of the webinar time and things like this. It works great. And you notice when you're really personal and you build a connection with people, like your conversion numbers really go up. Like here, for example, in this webinar invite, out of 146 people, the sign up rate to the webinar was over almost 50%. And then my recommendation, if you're using Facebook Messenger marketing, typically you want to start the conversation and then make people raise their hand with two-step posts. So you're posting continually to your Facebook profile, and then at some point ask, hey, if you want to learn more about this, would you be interested? And then they say, please send me more info. And then you use the Messenger software to reach out to them automatically. And for this, you do not need any complicated funnel. Just keep it super simple. And then using this method, and this is also what I use to invite people to my weekly live coaching calls, which are currently still free. Check out the links somewhere in the description or below this video, and you will see where you can join them as well. And the way this works, like this two-step posts works with Messenger, is essentially that Messenger automatically replies to this two-step posts, and then basically people say something like, hey, I want this, please send me the link, and then the software will automatically send a message in Facebook Messenger with the information that they required, which is super cool. And here's a case study that I did a while ago. If you're using this, the reach is much higher because the Facebook algorithm really favors engagement. So if people comment on your post, the Facebook algorithm gets triggered and more people see your post. These were essentially two of the same posts, and one of them reached over 230 people in my group. It got 44 comments, and the other one, which essentially had a call to action to the same webinar, was seen by less than 40 people. Then there's lots of backend. I will not go into detail about the software. I just want to give you an overview of how the software actually works. Inside the software, we have different variations. So we're using spin tags and AI and things like this. Again, this is about building personal connections on scale. And this also means that your email list becomes much more valuable. All the people know you personally. It's the same if you're using the group key software I talked about in another video, where people join your Facebook group and you ask for their emails, but this is even more personal with the Messenger, which is essentially the tool to follow up. So all of this is essentially one big ecosystem where you're just using Facebook Messenger, free Facebook marketing, organic marketing to get people to join your audience, to become part of your audience, to learn from you so they can make a good decision about doing business with you. So it's really about more attracting the right people than trying to push anything. So we are only using the software to initiate a conversation, to initiate the contact, but we're not pitching anything. People have to decide for themselves, and if your business is a good fit for you. Many people make the mistake of just trying to pitch anything, and this is why this industry sometimes gets a little bit of a bad reputation, because when some people really use these methods that I share in this video to spam people, and this is nothing that you really want to do, because in the end it does not work. So the reason really why this works is that people really like that you're messaging them personally here for the invite, and this is a thing that most people just do not do when they have like an automated outreach software like Messenger Pro. So then here, for example, this person said, I'm going through one of your videos and where you're saying this in the context, and you just wanted to confirm what I'm teaching you here inside this video, because the way I use it and the way I recommend using software like this is to send out the first message automated, but then everything is 100% personal and content based. And this was also the reason why this a person like this approach, because we cannot, to make this scalable, obviously we cannot outreach manually to hundreds of friends on our account. And this is also why we're not using, one of the reasons why we cannot copy and paste does not make sense, because we want to use variations throughout the process to really make this numbers game work in the long term. And then, like, something that I teach inside the Ads Made Free Accelerator program is how to use AI generated versions of this. I came up with this all prior to ChatGPT, but it's more common knowledge now. But you see, we're really trying to stay at the edge of what's possible with this, to make each message different and appropriate in the right context. And then when we developed the tool, like, the initial feedback was amazing for people like who really used this to organize all their contacts and engage with their ideal clients automatically. And in essence, it's a huge time saver for everyone who's using this, and you can get more targeted leads than ever if you're following this kind of strategy and software. And if you're a business owner that uses Facebook to generate leads, you definitely want to use some kind of software like this. Obviously, you can still do all of this manually, just like I showed in the screenshots with the sheets and everything, keeping track. But a software like this greatly makes the whole process much easier. So the process is typically to make money on Facebook. You have a high quality product. That's the prerequisite to everything that I'm teaching here on this channel and everything that I do. And then you create content, or you find content where people indicate that they are the right fit. Then you reach out to people, you have a conversation, you turn this conversation, you turn this stranger into a friend. And if there's a good fit, this friend is essentially a lead, and then this lead can decide. You provide as much information for them so they can make the decision to do business with you, not to do business with you, which is fine as well, as always. And here's another success story of somebody where I taught this process here with Guillaume. Like, he sold an affiliate product about Amazon, and this was just like, he shared his story of, I think here, a Christmas present, something like this. And then, like, here he used, please just drop info below. And then he talked to one of his friends who he had no idea that she would even be interested in this business opportunity. And then he sold this program. She was happy. She became a happy customer of this program, a high quality program that Guillaume believed in. I really want to stress this. And he made $1,200 affiliate commission. Or here, case study of Eileen Collier, mind mapping coach, who made 72,000 pounds, which equaled $90,000 at the time. I did the conversion for her own product with what I call free Facebook ads, using free marketing on Facebook Messenger. And then it's really about finding posts that we want to connect to, and then we can let the software run automatically. We spread the different intervals that we send. We try to mimic really human behavior with the software. So we're sending one message and friend request, something between 20 seconds to 60 seconds. And then we're not sending too many messages at once. So we are really keeping this manually. And then it really becomes a push button lead generation system where we can add people. And the goal is not to make sales initially. It's really just to get people to reply and then continue the conversation. And this is why one of the reasons why we do not want to sell $5 max with this, but rather more expensive products, or just invite people to become part of our community, to invite them to become part of our email list. They can learn more about, and we can continue this process and take advantage using automation. So it's really about attractive content, doing automated outreach, and then important to stress that the conversation itself must not be automated. So Obviously, there is a lot of nuance to this. If you want to learn more about this, you can learn by clicking one of the links below this video where we talk about content, what kind of content, how to add new friends that want to buy from you. Just make sure that you follow this channel, that you follow this video series so you learn everything about like how you can use Facebook for group automation tools, email marketing, how to qualify ideal prospects. I will share all of this on my YouTube channel and on my email list, and of course in my Facebook group, because the truth is it's more than just the software, it's more than just watching one video. It takes a lot of time and repetition to really transition to a solid sales process that will get you the results. And two of the things that I offer to help you with this, the free traffic cash machine, where you get a free software from me where you can automate one part of this Facebook marketing strategy, of this organic Facebook marketing strategy. You can use it 100% for free. I invite you to join my Facebook mastermind group, the Ads Made Free mastermind group, where we will talk about like how to use the tools and everything and go more into depth, so you can get to know me a little bit better, can get to know the software a little bit better if you like. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you there or seeing you in the next video.